burst to the Maida Vale studios, and they have made it. Mysterines, good evening.
Hello. Steve, you okay?
I don't know if you. I don't know if you want to talk about it. I don't know if I want to put you through the stresses of today. But you better explain. Someone woke up and had lost their passport.
Yeah, guess who that was, Steve?
You see, I thought you were the responsible one.
Where did you get that from?
You thought wrong.
Obviously, I'm proved wrong. It's a terrible feeling, isn't it? I was going to say we've all done it. I mean, not everyone's done it, but
No.
I lost my passport while covering the CMJ festival years ago in New York, and had to do. Did you have to do the look through? Get a number for the British Embassy and then rush off and sit in a waiting room and tell them your sob story?
Pretty much, yeah. But to be honest, shout out to the embassy in the Netherlands because they boxed it off really quickly for us. So, yeah.
Did you say, but I'm supposed to be at the BBC in 4 hours?
Yeah. They were like, no chance.
We were watching you on the flight tracker, not you, obviously, but your flight, thinking, come on.
Oh God,
yeah,
I know.
Anyway,
Never
thank
a dull
you.
moment.
Thank you. Yeah, it's another chapter in the biography. How have you been otherwise? What were you doing? What were you doing then? Have you been doing some European dates, or was this a one-off? What were you up to?
We were just playing a festival, weren't we?
Festival.
We played a festival called Best Kept Secret in Holland, which was really cool. And yeah, we've been busy, to be honest. There's been festivals mostly for the past month or so.
Yeah.
And we're gearing up to get back touring. We've got like the in-store and all the campaign stuff coming up.
Yeah, because it's strange though, isn't it? Because as soon as you're out of the limelight, I think there is still, I think there are still people, I mean, I used to think this, when a band didn't seem to be doing anything, you just imagine they're just sat at home watching Escape to the Country or Garden Rescue or something.
I am, to be fair.
There is a bit of that does go on, I think.
I was going to say, that sounds like George all over that.
Yeah, right. Tell us a bit about the new album. You're going to play us some tracks from it. In fact, why don't you play us a song and then we'll talk more in depth about the actual record. Now we've got you here, may as well put you to some use. So play us a song. What are you going to start with?
This first one's called Sink Your Teeth.
Here you go. It is the Mysterines, absolutely live on Six Music. Take it away.
Down.
strung out love. Your kerosene kiss does nothing new. You trap me under the glass to keep me loving you. Baby, I'm on to you. Sink it deep and deeper. Sink it deep and deeper. Sink it deep and deeper.
I mean, if that's what you could sound like with about 20 minutes warming up, we're never going to open the doors to you on time ever again. Mysterines, our live session guest this week. 2 more songs to come. Tell us a little bit about the record thing, because the last time I saw you, I think it was the last time you were on the old Tea Time programme, you were hinting that album 2 would be a different sounding Mysterines. And is that the mindset that you went into the writing and recording of the record with?
Yeah, definitely. I think we definitely wanted to push ourselves and kind of reflect where we're at now as people, and you know, we've done a lot of growing up over those years from the first records, and in that time you listen to so much more music, and you know, you're more inspired by so many different things, you know, whether it's life experiences or, you know, you've just kind of consumed a lot more things, less stay Steve. So yeah, I guess it just kind of naturally happened too, but we wanted to kind of do something new for us, and not just kind of what someone would expect.
And I guess there are, I mean, obviously the more you play, as you say, the more experience you have, there are less limitations than when you first start out, when you can only do a certain amount or a certain thing. But now you've the choices are there in front of you. It's just whether, as a band like yourselves, you choose to take them.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're just kind of trying to get rid of as many boundaries as possible. Always breaking boundaries, Steve.
Also, lest we forget, it wasn't easy making that first album, was it? Because of COVID? Because the recording process was quite fragmented, the first album.
Yeah, I think so. It was kind of like, I guess we'd never made a record before though, so we didn't really but not have anything to kind of go off in terms of like, you know, what it should have been like. So I suppose in that sense we're kind of like naive to it, but yeah, this time around we did it all at once.
And you went away to write though before going into the studio to record, didn't you? Did you go away somewhere? Did you go? I was just about to say, did you escape to the country? This is where it all comes from, isn't it? Where did you go?
It was very cliche. Leah's very good at finding like the creepiest barns in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
It's got nothing surrounding it. So we did that 3 or 4 times.
Right.
Quite a lot of it was written in a place called Hexham.
Oh, right, yeah. Right.
So,
and what is it about going to a creepy barn or anywhere slightly, slightly remote? Does it just clear the mind, focus the mind? Does it mean that you have no distractions? What is it?
Yeah, I think no distractions, and you kind of just like you're living in it. You know, it's I think especially being around Liverpool, there's just distractions everywhere really. So I think just to get away for like a week or so and just properly concentrate on it.
And does it help being together? Does the understanding of each other seem to be better after you've spent some time together? You share the kind of idea, or do you?
I'll let Leah answer that one.
This sounds very much like no, it doesn't.
No, I do. I think
we bounce off each other, don't we?
Yeah, I think the more you do it, the more you get onto everyone, like how it works best. I think by the end of it, we knew like how it worked without even have to like talk to each other about it.
Yeah.
But I think there is, I think it is a much more coherent record, and I think there is a sort of sound and vision running through it. I don't know whether, you sound like you're intentionally singing in a more haunting way on this record, a more probing sort of way.
It's all his barn, Steve.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think my voice has obviously just changed over the years anyway, just like naturally, and I think I'd wanted to kind of like stylistically change how I perform
Yeah.
anyway, and I think that'll probably just change every record with us. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But is it? I mean, there's one or two other things. Something else which struck me as being interesting. Even when I first listened through to the record, quite a few of your songs now are about not exactly responsibility, but maybe sort of being accountable for one's actions or appreciating mistakes. There's a couple of times where I think it's in Stray where you say, "Look what you've done now," and then Junkyard Angel. I've done it again. But
it's all about losing a passport.
But do you see what I mean? There's something about being aware of who you are. Is that one of the? That feels like a theme almost.
Yeah, I've done a lot of reflecting over the past couple of years. I think, yeah, it's a pretty personal record, and I think a lot of the themes are, kind of coming to terms with stuff. So I would say one of those themes are perhaps, I wouldn't use the word responsibility because after today's antics, I don't think me and responsibility
irresponsibility
match the same sentence.
Yeah.
But you're onto something there, Steve.
When you went away, I read somewhere that in total you wrote around about 40 songs. So obviously there were ideas flowing at the time. How did you then whittle down the 40 into the tracks which are on the record? Again, were you looking for something which bound the songs together?
I mean, once it was quite hard, but then there was obviously some obvious ones which just like.
I think once everything was like recorded, the 12 that were chosen were like the obvious choices.
Right.
A lot of the songs were kind of just things that we kind of had to write to get to like another song.
Yeah.
We end up doing like 20, was it like 18, 19 tunes anyway?
18,
we kind of went out
John.
there and
Yeah.
recorded all the ones that we thought could work properly, and then once we'd actually done it in the studio and we'd done it, with John, we then made a decision on kind of like the remaining, was it 18, 19 songs. So I do think you're kind of just constantly figuring it out more and more as you continue to do it.
Does it build up its own momentum when you're writing or recording? I imagine once you've done something like what's it called, Hawk's Moon, once you've done something like that, you probably grow in confidence, don't you? Thinking, if we can pull this off.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones.
Hawk Moon
actually
was one of the first ones, and it kind of like it felt exciting, but then everything else we were writing around it didn't really fit. So I think it was when we kind of wrote like The Last Dance and Stray and stuff like that, where it kind of like tied songs like that together. So it was quite a frustrating process.
Yeah.
It was
Hawk's Moon it's kind of mostly acoustic. Feels very isolated, like it was written in a sort of bedroom hibernation period. And I get that a few times on this record as well.
that one was in a caravan.
Was it?
Yeah. No,
Haunted caravan, was it?
It was actually pretty. It was pretty nice caravan.
okay.
But it was definitely quite like smaller, wasn't it? I suppose maybe that's what you hear in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Recorded in the bedroom kind of thing.
Yeah.
Compact.
Obviously, you're going to play a couple more tracks for us. The album's coming. It's just over a week away, and I understand I'm mentioning tracks which some of your fans won't have heard so far. But can I just mention "Goodbye Sunshine," which I think is my favourite track at the moment. I don't know when it is today. I'm very fickle. So Long's right up there, and I think you might do that in a bit.
Yeah, we'll be doing that later on.
Excellent. One last question then. What do you think the album says about you, or reveals about you, or the bands that the first one didn't? Do you think is there something it expresses that you've not done before? Does it better represent you, this record?
I think it definitely reflects that we can, confidently, execute where we're at, and, feel a lot more relevant to us. I think we've kind of done that on this record that perhaps we didn't feel that we did on the first record. But I think, I don't know, what it reveals what the man's.
I think it kind of feels a little bit more like the stuff we listen to. I think we kind of listen to a lot of the same stuff that we made with this record, whereas I think we'd kind of moved on from listening to the things that we were listening to when we made the first record. I think obviously it's all the things before you make it and when you're young, and then right up to the point when we recorded that first one, that as Leah said before, there's a bunch of stuff that we've been listening to since that has mellowed and has maybe like widened our ears a little bit more. So I think we're definitely in a place that we listen to more of as opposed to the first time round.
It just feels, as I say, it feels more coherent, the record, more just like you're in control of it more. It basically sounds like a band who walked into a studio this time around and gone, right, we know what we're doing, and this is it. The album is called Afraid of Tomorrows. As I say, it's coming out in, Friday week. We'll run through some in-store dates, which the band have as well. After you've heard the next couple of songs, I promise I won't even interrupt. You can play the next two. I don't know if you've got guitar changes to do, but segue them together if you like. Mystery, what are you gonna do next?
This one's off the first record and it's called Dangerous.
Here you go. Mysterines live on Six Music. Take it away.
Shot by the gun. You had loaded my fate in. I knew you did it for fun. I was right in the fire. I was down on my knees. For they say that desire, oh, it's such the sweetest thing. It's such a danger. too young. What's the difference? It's understood. No one's easy to love. But baby, I swear we've seen better days. So long, my love, it's forgiven. Too late, too young. What's the difference? Don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't warn you. So long, so long, it's so This is it. I think this is it. No, I'm not messing around this time. So long, my love, it's forgiven. Too late, too young. What's the difference? What's the difference? What's the difference? So the hardest part was that it had to end. The hardest part was that it had to end. It's so
I mean, that is brilliant, I think. It's one of the tracks that you'll find on the new album from the Mysterines, Afraid of Tomorrow's. As mentioned, there's some in-stores tomorrow. I think they start tomorrow at Rough Trade East in London and then off to Bristol, Nottingham. And you're playing in Ipswich at Brighton the Corners Festival. I think it's that Saturday.
Yeah, I think that's this.
Yeah, that's
Saturday.
Yeah.
Loads of chances to go see the Mysterines. The in-stores continue after the weekends. Sarah says, Mysterines are sounding fantastic tonight. I can't wait to see them in Liverpool soon. Ian Devine in Worcestershire. I've got tickets for Wednesday with one of my daughters. Thanks very much for the appetite wetter tonight. Thank you very much, Ian. And mostly, thank you very much to the Mysterines. It was, we do really appreciate it. We know it's been a very stressful day, but thank you so much for making it back.
Always.
Oh, well, bless you. Good luck with the in-stores and all the gigs through the summer. There's a headlining tour in October. As I say, album's out Friday week. Mysterines, and that was a live version of So Long.